Welcome back everyone, I'm Theo Joe, and this video is going to be about a cool piece of tech I discovered recently called Nanoleaf Aurora, which are basically smart lighting panels. If you've watched my videos before, you probably picked up that I'm kind of a huge fan of smart lighting in general, and as you can see I have a couple Philips Hue colored bulbs in the background here that I use in every video to make things look a little bit more interesting. And I also use other smart lighting throughout the rest of my apartment, so I can do things like wirelessly control lamps on outlets that are not controlled by a switch. But these light panels seem to be totally unique, and I haven't really seen anything else like them. So of course, I had to go out and buy them and show you guys. By the way, you may have seen me post these on my Instagram already, so I'm just gonna give a quick shout out to my Instagram account right now. Be sure to check that out. I'm always posting cool stuff over there. The link is in the description. So first of all, let's go over the basics of these things. Each panel is capable of pretty much any color, just like Philips Hue bulbs, and can be controlled in a few ways. There's a little control panel that provides power to the whole unit, and you can toggle them on and off that way. And there's also a little button to cycle through some basic color scenes. Or the main way to control them is using the app, which gives you a surprising amount of customization for how you want these things to look. We'll talk about that in a second, because I first need to point out the best feature of this thing is you can actually arrange these panels any way you want. The starter pack comes with 9 triangular panels with slots on each side where you use the included connectors to attach them together. Then it comes with some adhesive strips that you just stick on the wall. And here's something else that's awesome. When you load it up into the app, it automatically detects the arrangement of the panels, so you don't have to manually tell it where each panel is. These do support Apple HomeKit, but they can be used on Android as well, obviously, though I found it to be a little bit easier to set up on the Android app than the iOS app because HomeKit for some reason couldn't find it, and I think I had to connect it in the app before HomeKit. I'm not really even sure what I did, but eventually it worked. And once it is all set up though, I didn't have any problems. After everything is connected, this is where it gets pretty interesting. It comes with some preset static color designs and animations, but the point is really to come up with your own. The app isn't super intuitive, but it does give you a quick walkthrough tutorial on how to do everything, so it wasn't that hard to figure out. There are 2 types of designs you can make, either static, which doesn't change, very simple, and dynamic, which are animated. There are also rhythm designs, but those require an extra additional accessory that I don't have, and those let you create animations based on music playing in the room. When making a static design, it's pretty straightforward. It just shows you the arrangement it auto-detected, again, which is really convenient, and then you can choose a palette of colors or create them that you want to use. And then you just click on each panel with whatever colors, and it sets them that way. Dynamic scenes, on the other hand, can do quite a bit more. There are different types of animations, such as fade, which just fades between all the colors at once, or flow, which fades between colors starting from one end and ending on the other. And you can further set how you want the animation to be, such as which direction you want it to go, the type of transitions, how fast and how bright you want it to be. Me personally, I like the flow animation because it works pretty well with the shape of my arrangement, and highlight is cool too, where most panels keep the same base color, but then it will randomly switch to another one temporarily, kind of like blink almost. If you have a more circular arrangement, I think the wheel animation would be really awesome because then it, I think, would look like it's almost rotating, but it doesn't seem that obvious with what I have set up. And the last one is burst, which is kind of like flow, except the transition starts in the middle and then changes colors by flowing outwards. And that one is pretty neat too. And if you're really lazy and you don't want to make up your own animations, they do have a Discover section where you can download pre-made ones by other people, and most of those are pretty cool. So that's the app. Let me talk a little bit about more what you need to do to buy these and set them up. First of all, they aren't cheap. The starter pack comes with 9 panels and is around $200. And you can buy it on Amazon or even in stores like the Apple Store, believe it or not. That's where I got mine. And I'll put a link, of course, to the description for Amazon if you want to check it out. An expansion pack costs $60, and that comes with 3 extra panels, so again, not cheap. Though when you do compare it to other smart lighting products like Philips Hue, it's not outrageous. For example, a single Philips Hue color bulb costs $50, so even though these aren't cheap, it's not really surprising. Each power unit can support up to 30 panels, which is obviously a lot. You'd have to spend over 600 bucks before you'd max out an arrangement, And even then, you could just buy another starter pack to make a new arrangement and then group them together in the app. With the 9 panels it comes with, you can make a pretty good amount of neat designs, but I think if you want it to look really cool, you'd need to get at least one more expansion pack. I got a bit carried away and got 3 expansion packs, so this design has a total of 18 panels, but I have no regrets. Now, if you want to get really fancy, there are some other mounting option accessories you can get. For example, there's a screw mount kit you can use instead of the adhesive strips, which would be good if you want to maybe put them on the ceiling or something where you don't want them to risk falling off. And there's also these flex linkers, which are actually super awesome and let you connect the panels around corners. The only problem is these stupid things have been out of stock on their website forever, which is really annoying. All I needed was one flex link for what I wanted to do, so I ended up buying the screw mount kit for $25, literally just for the included flex linkers in that. So yeah, even though I do like these things, there are a few improvements I would love to see. First, like I just said, I think they should really include at least 1 or 2 flex link connectors in the starter pack. That's just really a no-brainer. And the other thing I noticed is, unlike with the panels, the connector on the power unit is permanently attached. So my concern is if you accidentally snap it off or drop it or something, you're screwed. The connectors don't really feel super flimsy, but it seems like they're just basic PCB board and not really durable either. Maybe there's more to it under the hood, but I don't see why they wouldn't let you just use a replaceable connector on there too. The other thing I need to talk about is how it integrates with other smart home devices. Like I said before, this works with the Apple HomeKit, so you can control it natively through your iOS devices and Siri. And it also works with Google Assistant and Amazon Echo. So you can create scenes with the Nanoleaf as well as Philips Hue and have your smart assistant change everything at once. And it does have schedules as well, so you can have it turn on and off or change colors at certain times, which is pretty useful if you maybe want to use these as a regular light source, which you could do because they do get pretty bright. Now, the Aurora isn't the only thing this company makes. They've actually got some other lights that are pretty unique as well. There are these smart ivy bulbs, which are definitely kind of weird looking, but also kind of cool, I think. And they also have these other regular non-smart bulbs with similar funky designs as that one that you might like. Though one thing I really wish they had for the Aurora panels are other shapes besides just triangles. Now, I'm sure they've thought of this too and might even be working on it, but it would definitely be awesome to be able to throw in a square or something, or maybe even bigger triangles. Another benefit of having a square is you could change the angle of your arrangement. So what I mean is, with mine, I wanted to go around this corner, for example, which meant that I had to make sure that the sides of the triangles were vertical there. But that means that for the entire rest of the arrangement, because of the geometry of the thing, it would be impossible to make a design where there was a flat edge parallel to the floor. However, if you had a square attached on there, it would change the angle of anything attached to it by 30 degrees, so you could, for example, go from having vertical sides to horizontal sides in the same arrangement. Not a big deal, but Nanoleaf, if you're watching, we need those squares. You could call them something fancy like corner converters or something like that. Oh, and with squares, you could even use them to connect 3 in a corner, intersecting 2 walls and a ceiling without any gaps. I mean, the possibilities are endless, get on that. But obviously they are still pretty awesome as is. Now, if you think Aurora is cool and you just now became aware of smart lighting, I can give you a couple other products that would go along with it pretty well. And the main one is obviously Philips Hue, which I mentioned before. And they have a whole bunch of different lights like regular bulbs, light strips, even some lamp-shaped ones that just sit on a table or whatever, and a lot more. But another awesome product that I literally just found out about while making this video is by a company called LifeX. They make other bulbs similar to Philips Hue, and I haven't used them, but they are apparently brighter than Hue, just a little bit more expensive. Anyway, they are apparently making a new product that looks a lot like the Nanoleaf panels called LifeX Tiles, which actually look pretty awesome. And it looks like each tile would be able to do multiple colors at once. So this is also something you might want to follow up on once it comes out, and I think I might pick some up myself. So I think that's about it. Hopefully you guys found these things pretty cool and also got some ideas for other similar stuff out there. So you can finally now turn your house into a nightclub. Also, seriously, if you guys know about any other similar lighting products like these, let us know down in the comments because I haven't been able to find much besides the new LifeX things. If you want to keep watching, I'll put some other videos right here. You can just click on those. And if you want to subscribe, I make a few new videos every week. And also consider enabling notifications by clicking the bell, or YouTube probably won't show you the new videos anyway, seriously. Again, I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. So thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Have a good one.